and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. She's like that, I get my good radio voice going. I'm trying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode. Hey, no, just kidding. Welcome to another episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. And Dom, episode 11, not counting specials?
Actually, now it's
12?
It's unlucky number 13.
Ooh, this is gonna be a good episode. This is gonna be a really good episode.
Wait, what was that noise?
I'm gonna get eaten by a
box. Something
I'm gonna
touched
get,
me.
I'm gonna get eaten by a raccoon
in a hockey mask. Run!
It's a raccoon. So
the return of raccoons.
All right, I am joined by none other than Grandma Wendy herself.
Naked grandma! Naked, huh?
As you can see, we're starting to get new sound effects for everybody's intro. And unfortunately, again, this week, we are not joined by the hardworking clown himself, Jose.
Right? I think he didn't like us. Okay.
Was that you, Dom, or was that the
Yeah,
soundboard? I
That
thought you had a crust.
little
I
creepy
thought
up
you
there.
added Krusty the Clown on there.
Right?
So
Impression.
so here we and I'm also joined by none other than the jack of all trades, master of none, soundboard extraordinaire, Dom. And I myself am none other than the MJF scarf wearing, high class Bruce.
I am better than you.
And
Yes, I am. Ooh, so there's been some interesting developments over the last week and a half.
About a week.
It's been about a week.
About
About a week. Very interesting stuff. We got some good stuff on the wheel.
We really do. Maybe I should just give it a spin and
Give that fucker a spin, Dom.
spin
Been a Rooney, my friend.
spinning the shit out of this raggedy bitch. Come on, baby. Big money. Big money.
What did we land on? What did we win?
Oh, no, I'm kidding.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
The first
Get nothing.
Our first topic is crisscross applesauce. and of course, that would be the somewhat breaking news that WWE has now signed Timothy Thatcher and Killer Cross.
Oh, I have such a mixed bag of emotions over this.
Yeah, you and me
I am. I'm a hot mess over this. Like, for real. Like, I really thought Killer Cross would go somewhere other than NXT. Yes, I know his girl's there, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But I personally thought he would go somewhere else. Timothy Thatcher, like, that's a huge signing as well. They're both huge signings.
Oh, they are.
They
are.
It always falls back to the same thing of, are they going to get lost in the shuffle? Are they going to get kicked to the side, or what's going to happen? But
I mean,
I thought Cross should have went to AEW or Japan.
Right. Now, to be brutally honest, I think Killer Cross is a lot more ready for anything WWE wants to throw him into than Timothy Thatcher. Like, Thatcher has got to be an NXT guy, or he's just gonna get thrown out there and fail. Because he's still a little green, still a little raw. I like him.
He's a UK guy, ain't he?
Yeah, I mean, he could be, perfect for NXT UK. Like, I think maybe 2 weeks ago we had a question where who was going to knock off Walter. Could anybody believably knock off Walter? Timothy Thatcher, maybe.
Yeah.
that's definitely a new direction they could go in. They don't have a whole lot of directions left because Walter's just chopping his way through everybody.
He's the Brock Lesnar of NXT UK.
And with Killer
But he
Cross,
shows up.
Yeah, exactly. He shows up every week. There's a difference. Now with Killer Cross, I think they could pretty much stick him anywhere. The biggest thing that I have now, knowing that he's there, is will they let him keep his name? Because obviously we've seen them drop War out of the War Raiders. We've seen them drop, Carl Anderson is Carl Anderson. He's not the machine gun Carl Anderson. Raw has not been War in a long time. Would they actually let Killer Cross be Killer Cross?
I'm going to let Wendy take that one.
She's like, no.
I'll be honest. I don't think they will. Like, they change way too many. They like to just, like you were saying, Dom, they like to chop names, and the way they're doing things, it's like they're trying to keep a certain amount of squeaky cleanness into their image in general as a broad thing. So I doubt they'll let him keep Killer, and they'll just have him be Cross or just come up with a whole ass new name.
Chris
now,
Cross.
I was gonna say, now as Bruce and I were talking about on Top Rope Wrestling Talk on Facebook, come invite yourself, please. We were talking a little bit about this, and Bruce said they're gonna change his name to Chris Cross, and my response to it was, yeah, and he's gonna make you jump. Mac Daddy make you
Joe.
Top Rope Wrestling Talk make you. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there have been, there have been killers in wrestling. There's been Killer Kowalski. That was.
But that's back in the day.
That was a while ago. I can't remember the last time they just let somebody come out and call him Killer. That's the only lame part of all this. Like, I understand him staying in WWE. I understand him wanting to be close to Scarlett Bordeaux, because I know I do. But
who doesn't?
Do you think the firing of the two presidents or high CEOs in WWE will play an effect on how they do their shows now? Are they going to get more edgier because they let those guys go, or do you think they're going to get more conservative?
I hope they get edgier.
It does seem like they're getting a little bit edgier, like, a little bit like with the Royal Rumble, with Raw this past week and the week before where they killed Edge. That was sad, but it was edgier.
Awesome.
I don't know what they're gonna do with SmackDown. It seems a little weird. Even Fox is starting to point fingers, like say we lost money because of the McMahons at WWE.
Yeah.
I would hope they do, because I'd rather have edgy than just like sloppy hot mess at the end of the show with Lana and her.
Oh yeah,
Stuff.
That cringe.
Well, if anything came out of it that's any good, we did get Liv Morgan back, which was like, just because of the way they debuted her. But then we got Ruby Riott.
Yep.
That was fucking cool. The way she came out and you thought she was hugging Liv and everything was cool, that she just jumped her, bam, done, walked out. Like riot kick, I'm out, gone.
Yeah. Deuces.
I'm glad to see her. She's definitely one of my favorite like female characters in WWE. She had a rough like double shoulder surgery.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, she was one of my favorites too. She was getting a good push too before she got hurt. She really was. She was in Raw title matches for quite a few actually, and in contention as well.
To be honest, she was getting a big push until Ronda Rousey came around.
Yeah.
Rousey kind of killed steam for a lot of people, but
Ronda grabbed that golden shovel from John Cena and just said, let me borrow this right quick.
Yeah, she did.
Let me borrow this for 1 year.
Right? Let me take this for like 10 months and then you can have it back.
Yeah, but she didn't really last a year, did she?
Yeah, just about a year.
Okay.
Again, she had like a 10-year career in like 10 and a half months.
Yeah,
she really did.
It was insane. And I enjoyed it. I'm not knocking her or anything. I'm just saying it seemed like when she came along, there were a lot of people whose pushes just went bye-bye.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen on YouTube yet where Ronda's being filmed during the Women's Royal Rumble when Baszler comes out?
Yes.
She was so fucking pissed when Baszler lost. She was
I saw
so
that
pissed.
and I was like, yeah, that was me. That was me the whole
I was just
time.
about to say I was just that mad because I had picked Shayna Baszler for the Royal Rumble, and she's in there with Charlotte, like holding her up, about to throw her out. I'm like, yeah! And then Charlotte flips the script, like, oh, fuck you!
I was like, yes, and I leapt out of my chair, and I'm like, fuck you, Charlotte, fuck you!
I wanted to scream, but I would have got punched in the face.
Yeah,
I'm lucky the husband sleeps like the dead, so...
Yeah.
Didn't hear any of my shrieks.
I would have definitely got knocked upside the head again. Just what the fuck?
And ant crawling across the floor could wake my wife up.
God.
No, my wife doesn't typically wake up for anything, but let me get a snack and go back and eat it in bed, and all of a sudden she's like, "What you eating?" She could be in a coma, just dead, just wee. And I come in with like something, anything in my hand and start eating. She's like, "What you got? Can I have some?" Oh, you gotta love her though.
Lord.
Okay, I think maybe it's time to give this wheel a spin again.
Hells yeah.
Please work.
Yay!
Oh.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Bitches of the future?
All right, so the topic is Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm okay. Whew. The topic.
You got it?
The topic is, what about Bianca?
What about Bianca and the caucasity of Charlotte to interfere?
The caucasity or the or the audacity?
No, the caucasity.
Oh, is it because she's white?
It's a messed up word.
It's a wordplay thing.
Cajun audacity. You just mash it together and you get caucasity.
We got some wordplay on the show now.
Like,
I like it.
It's like weedity is like getting high and naked at the same time. Weed and nudity. Just weedity. So obviously we had Rhea confront Charlotte on Raw, and Bruce and I actually called that one before they even did that. And then coming this past Wednesday on NXT, Bianca came out and basically told Rhea not to forget about her. Then here came the Queen, and here came Rhea Ripley, and they kind of ganged up and beat down Charlotte, which was quite nice. And even at Kadrian Webb on Twitter asked us what we thought, because he said, having a triple threat at WrestleMania for the NXT title would be great. And I'm wondering if you'd rather see the triple threat or if you want just Charlotte and Rhea like one-on-one.
Neither.
You don't want either?
I'm tired of Charlotte getting all of this attention. I'm tired of everything being Charlotte this and Charlotte that and Charlotte here and Charlotte there with their brick body, no ass having self. Like,
fair enough.
No, I'm tired of it. And there are so many other talented women in the divisions across the various promotions who could do so much more. But no, because they're not Daddy Flair's girl. We're not going to give them the attention or the opportunities. We're not going to give them the spotlight because fuck those bitches.
Right.
Wow.
Makes no sense. If you have this talent, why are you letting it go to waste? And why are you going to input Charlotte somewhere where she doesn't belong?
No,
exactly.
I get where you're coming from with that. The only reason I like Charlotte in this scenario is it puts
because you're high.
Well, maybe a little, but it also puts NXT on that grand stage, because we haven't had an NXT title match at WrestleMania ever. They have TakeOver, they bow out, and then the next day you get 7 hours of God knows what until, you're half asleep. So using Charlotte to get NXT to kind of like spring into this platform, and against Rhea Ripley, no less, who has just been a ball of fucking fire since she came onto the NXT roster. I want that one-on-one match. I want to, and furthermore, I want Rhea to win that shit. I want Charlotte to get Rhea on the WrestleMania card because of her name, and then get taken out.
That that's the only way I'll accept that match is if Ripley wins, because here's the thing, it goes right back to what Wendy was saying. She doesn't fucking need to be on Wednesday nights. She doesn't fucking need to be with the NXT, because if she wins that goddamn title, an amazing women's division is going to go from something this fucking big to this big about one fucking person.
Yeah, see Raw and SmackDown. Yep. You know?
Yep. And
I don't want her to win. I just want her to be. I just want to use her to get somebody like Rhea Ripley and the NXT title in a WrestleMania card.
And here's the thing. This is what we're gonna hear. This is what we're gonna hear if Charlotte wins. I'm the only woman to ever win the NXT Raw and SmackDown titles twice.
Right.
Woo!
Thank you.
Well said.
Agreed.
Well said. No, and not only that, but obviously I was mad at Charlotte winning the Rumble, because I thought if Shayna won, she was going to challenge Becky at WrestleMania, and that would have been amazing. Now with Charlotte going after Rhea, it opens the door for Becky versus Shayna, which thank you, Charlotte.
Right.
Because otherwise, we're either going to get Charlotte versus Becky for the 890 billionth time, or Charlotte versus Bayley for the 450 millionth time. And I don't really want to see either one.
Mm-mm.
Personally, I wish Asuka would have beat Becky, and then Shayna would have won the Rumble, and we get the two most dominant NXT champions going head-to-head at WrestleMania. Now, that would have been beautiful, but if I can't get it, what I'd rather have is Rhea and Charlotte, Becky and Shayna.
Had it been as you had just said with Asuka and Shayna, then we would have gotten something fresh. Oh my god! What? What an
totally new concepts.
Instead, we get some more of ye old Charlotte.
Yep. At least we're getting, Charlotte versus Rhea instead of the same old crap. Where it looks like we're already in because there's some spoilers out there that say that Shayna is going to show up on Raw this Monday and challenge Becky.
She needs to.
And
she needs to.
So we're getting some fresh matches. It looks like SmackDown, we're gonna get Naomi versus Bayley, and I'm like, meh.
Bayley's whole title run's been meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
If you ask me, Bayley's whole career has been meh.
Who's more meh? Britt Baker or Bayley?
Bayley.
Bayley's got the experience in, but Britt Baker is catching up quick.
She's gotta hit her groove. She's gotta find a groove. Like she hasn't found her niche yet, and she needs to, and fast. Like the whole dentist gimmick is not working, Britt. We understand. We know you're a dentist, but
oh god, I can't remember her name now, but her knocking the tooth out of Gypsy Girl's mouth.
Yeah.
The fairy girl or the genie girl?
Yeah, she's a genie, but I can't remember her name now. That's killing me.
Well, this is only like the second time she's been on AEW. She signed there, but she was at I think she was at Fyter Fest, and then that was it until Wednesday, last Wednesday night.
Past Wednesday.
This past Wednesday. I
forgot
what day
I can't remember. Oh god, I can't remember her name. Genie Girl, the Magic Girl, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, the Magic Girl.
But she was on Dynamite fighting Britt Baker and got a tooth knocked out of her mouth after
Britt hit her with a bell.
You could kind of see like the ref handing it off though a little bit, so it was like a fake me out kind of thing.
It was a little weird, but still, it was but as far as Britt and Bayley go, they're both pretty much basic. Like. Meh.
More basic than a pumpkin spice latte.
Britt had so much steam behind her going into AEW, and then she just kind of flatlined.
We're We're talking hummus basic. We're talking
Karen
Plain
basic.
hummus.
yeah, we're
Oh,
talking
hella
Karen
basic.
basic. We're talking like white kids basic. Fanny pack basic, you know, like just they would be headlining WrestleMania.
Meh. So I don't think that. Back to the very freaking beginning of what we
Back to
started
what we were
talking
talking
about.
We're going back around.
The match at WrestleMania should not be a triple threat. Just because they did it last year as the main event with Charlotte, with Becky, and with Ronda.
Right.
I don't think they need to do it again.
Not only that, when I think of WrestleMania, you just think of like the best of the best going head to head, like one on one.
Yes.
You know, you think back all the way through it, and it's like there's always that match or those matches where there's like two people, like just gods of their industry, or just big names going after one another. Sometimes double title matches, but one on one,
Here's you want to know here's a fucking swerve for you that I think would work amazing. Would work fucking amazing. I know how bad, Dom, you and I want to see Shayna versus Becky.
Yeah.
But you got to remember, where is Bianca's husband?
Raw.
If she was to show up to Raw and jump Becky and beat down Becky and have her versus Becky at WrestleMania, then have Shayna go over to friggin' SmackDown and choke out friggin' Bayley every fucking night and then take her title.
I would love that. Oh.
I do. I will admit, when she choked out Bayley at Survivor Series, I was just like, oh! Like, I didn't even like Shayna Baszler that much, to be honest. But when she choked out Bayley, I was like, I'm a fan.
Yep.
But I see that as a more realistic, because I mean, how much longer are they going to keep Bianca away from her husband? Because the Street Profits ain't on SmackDown no more. They're on Raw.
And honestly, how long are they going to keep Bianca away from a title before she just kind of becomes an afterthought?
True.
She had what, 2 or 3 shots at Shayna, lost them all. Now she's going to have this match with Ripley. If she loses that, and then she goes on to face Becky at Mania or something and loses, it's like, just go from there.
She's
it's just like Ember Moon,
like an afterthought.
Yeah,
just
sadly.
like Ember Moon.
Sadly, and I love Ember Moon, but fuck.
She was great in NXT, but called up, it was just like, eh.
Oh, Ember Moon was great.
They
she
didn't
just
do
happened to
nothing
be
for
there.
her.
She just happened to be there during the heyday of Asuka and the beginning of Shayna, and it derailed her career basically.
And she got hurt.
Yeah, she got injured. But even before the injury, it was just kind of like the fans were like, "Yeah, Ember Moon," but the company was like, "Ember who?"
Yeah.
But I mean, if you go back through Manias, most of the matches that you remember, or that they just like tore the house down or were huge, were like the big one-on-one matches. You know, more recently, like maybe Shinsuke and AJ like tore the house down. Going back, like how about Hollywood Hogan versus The Rock when the NWO came back and everybody was cheering for Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or even go back further and go back to like Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior double title match at like WrestleMania 5?
Yeah.
You know, it was those colossal names meeting one-on-one. That's what you remember about WrestleMania. If it was any other pay-per-view, I'd say do the triple threat, but a WrestleMania title match, it's got to be one-on-one.
I will say, last WrestleMania, The Miz versus McMahon was fucking awesome.
Yeah. You know, you remember those like classic one-on-one matches because that's what WrestleMania is about. It's the big show of the year where the big names get together and battle it out to see who's going to reign supreme.
Not no more. Now it's Triple Threat Mania.
And that's why it's getting fucked up.
They got too much talent. They got too much.
And they don't know what to do with most of it.
No.
Most of it's going to waste.
And sadly, they're too big to fail.
Yes. Even after firing their 2 highest CEOs.
When you can lose $1 billion in a day and go forward and be like, okay, what's the next event?
Meh.
Like it's nothing. Seriously, I found $20 in my pants the other day when I was doing laundry and I was mad. Like, how did I not know this was here? And it was $20. If I lost $1 billion, I'm jumping off a fucking bridge.
Right?
Because I don't have $1 billion. So if I lost it, I'm screwed. Vince loses it and he's like, man, must be Tuesday.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I
I
lost
lost
$1. I'm like, what?
Right.
He's like, oh, I lost $1 billion. Hey, guess what? XFL kicks off this weekend.
Yep. Defenders.
Oh my god. I'm actually kind of interested in that.
I am too. I ain't gonna lie. I am.
I'm gonna tune in for the first week and just see how it goes because there's some new rules, some new some old players, some names that you might have heard of or remembered or whatever. I definitely got to see where it goes and then kind of judge. Just like,
Yeah.
all right, I saw the first game, it was okay. Maybe I'll tune in next week. Or oh god, that was terrible. Never mind, I'm on this.
Yeah.
Like I hear the Canadian Football League is all right this time of year. When does Arena League start again? Like, is that even a thing anymore?
Who was that when someone brought up the lingerie league?
Oh my
bitterly?
god, that is so awesome.
They
She
brought it
was
up
so
because
bitter about it. She was like, if you want to be taken seriously, put a jersey on.
Oh,
I totally forgot that Camille had actually been in that league.
Are you serious?
Yeah. She actually was a player in that league.
Huh.
I was like,
I
whoa.
could see it. I could see it.
Must look up videos for research purposes.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
Research, yes.
Research.
Scientific reasons.
When I'm all alone.
I can't believe they would let them women play and stuff like that. It's dangerous.
It's unsafe.
Oh my god.
And yet I never.
Grass burns.
And yet the first season I never missed a game.
Research purposes.
Research purposes. I was doing a documentary on whether women belonged in football, and I had to watch it all. So that
you had to watch the whole thing.
I had to watch every season.
Hashtag kayfabe.
Hashtag kayfabe.
All right, I should spin this wheel because we're way
Yes.
off.
We're talking about lingerie fucking football on a wrestling show. Really?
Don't give me the
Yes.
give me the mental picture while I'm spinning the wheel. I'm gonna fall over. Just
Lingerie.
Hey, cat, you're on the couch. Turn on the fan.
Hot flashes.
Here we go. Whew, I know. Here we go. Ready, set.
Spin it.
Aha. We land on high class picks.
High class picks.
Out for the group.
Say that again.
I said Bruce gets to throw a topic out for the group.
I get to throw a topic out to the group. All right, let's do a couple keep it or kill it.
All right, man, let's do it.
Let's do a couple keep it or kill it.
Do it.
All right, here we go. Keep it or kill it. This year's WrestleMania will be better than the last four.
You know what? I'm going to let Grandma Wendy go first.
Oh, she's deep in thought. Look, she got the glasses on with the chain and the pen.
The whole
Somebody,
thing. The whole thing.
So, Grandma
the whole
Wendy,
show, start to end, is going to be better than the last four.
That's so Grandma Wendy.
I want to say keep it. I have hopes for it. And I'm an optimist at heart. Shut it.
I'm just kidding.
I'm only mildly cynical.
I'm thinking about it and I'm going in my head like over what we all know and what we think is coming. And it's like, you got Drew and Brock. You're going to be getting, probably the Fiend and Roman. Maybe, maybe not. We haven't really. But, there's the possibility of Sting having a match at WrestleMania. Charlotte and Rhea, Becky and Shayna. I mean, going through it, and not knowing everything yet, but just going through it, I gotta say, keep it too. I mean,
Awesome!
I have to admit something. For as much as I'm shitting on that women's triple threat, I have a feeling Bianca and Rhea are gonna definitely fucking bring it, and it's gonna actually be a good match. I mean, their backs are gonna hurt at the end of the night from carrying it, but it's gonna be great, you
Not
know.
only that, I'm sure Bianca and Rhea are gonna have a great match at Takeover Portland
Oh
coming up.
God, yeah, because those two
That's
are
gonna
they're
be,
fucking
but
brilliant, amazing.
just thinking about like what we know about WrestleMania so far, it's
Mhm.
like, man, this really does seem like a solid card. Like
Yes.
it might be the best one in the last 4 or 5 years, because the last 4 or 5 years haven't really been that damn good.
Oh, not really.
No, no, it's been like
Or it's low.
it's
Is what I'm
funny
saying.
because it's always like the first like hour and a half of WrestleMania is fucking amazing,
Mhm.
and then the last half of it's like, oh my god, why am I putting myself through this? And the last half is what you should actually be looking forward to watching, because it's all the title matches and the big matches that everything build and build and build, but you get to them and you're like, really.
But it's like even last year they kicked off the entire show with the Universal title match. You were like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it just kind of like went downhill from there.
It was a roller coaster, because that match wasn't very good, and then they had a couple, and things started to go up, and you were like, all right, cool, I'm in, and then and then we got to like the Roman portion of the show, and it just started to kind of.
So I am honestly, I'm gonna keep it as well. I am, because just like you, Dom, like looking at the matches that we know are gonna happen, and the possibility of the matches to come, I'm gonna keep that shit. I think it's gonna be better.
Awesome!
Maybe a little bit shorter of a show, but it's gonna be better.
I'm hoping it's gonna be a shorter show. I really
All
do.
right.
Yeah.
This one's for my my Dark Order family over there, Grandma Wendy. You know, we broke down and we needed friends. We needed guidance. So, keep it or kill it. The Dark Order is secretly one of the best stories in wrestling right now.
I didn't laugh, I swear. No, go ahead. Grandma Wendy, why don't you go first again?
Sorry, I gotta finish my jelly bean.
I thought
As
she
always.
was like, I thought she had Werther's Originals, but it was,
No, stale jelly beans. I'm gonna keep it. It's enticing. It's interesting. I'm curious as to who the leader is and all that.
Vince
It
Russo.
actually, bro,
Yes.
it actually has my curiosity. Like, I want to see where they're gonna go with it, you know. And will Evil Uno's big ol' orangutan titties get whipped creamed?
Wrong show. It's not Impact. RVD's not on the roster.
All right, everybody.
Dom knows what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yes, I do.
Awesome!
We were discussing this with Wendy and her husband Jose, not Clown Jose, and I brought up, wouldn't it be weird to see Evil Uno in the whipped cream bikini, because the Impact thing had just happened.
And then Jose started talking about like bucket loads of whipped cream,
And
and
a
then he started
roller.
talking about applying it with rollers.
Oh, stop.
It got out of control.
I gotta get off
And
camera
Jose,
for a second. Come on.
Jose called them tang titties. It was
Stop.
thing.
There was a Dr. There was a Dr. Zayas reference. It got out of hand. It really
did. It got out of control fast.
It just did get out of control.
Yeah, one more time. Let Bruce choke it back for a second, and then he can weigh in next. What's his creamy take?
Oh.
Orangutan titties.
I can't even laugh. I'm just gonna keep my eyes closed.
Wait a minute.
All right. No, I'm seriously keeping it. You know, it's just like Wendy said. It's intriguing. You know, how many times a week do we go back and forth about who is the leader or the exalted one, like in our Facebook group, like I put up a keep it or a poll actually. I put up a poll with I can't see if I can remember. I had Brody Lee, I had the Bunny, I had Christopher Daniels. Someone put Matt Hardy in there.
That was me.
But I mean, at the same time, it could work. It could work
Could.
because his contract is up right around the time, I believe, of Revolution.
I think so. Yeah.
And what's her name? Rebby posted something.
Oh yeah, about Matt Hardy's ideas with like the Pelosi ripping up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Rebby always posts crazy shit,
She
which
really
I
does.
love her for.
And I was just about to say, and again, nothing against her because I love her for it, but
Yeah. So yeah, keep that shit.
all right. Well, you two. I hate to be the voice of reason here, but I'm gonna say kill it.
Fucking hate you.
I'm
You
gonna
don't like
say kill it
orangutan titties?
because that's one reason. The other one is as much as they're throwing these commercials out and they're going after people, they're doing whatever. They haven't really been that successful. They can't even recruit Michael Nakazawa. Which, I mean, if you try to and he puts the damn mask on, the baby oil, it's just going to slip right off. But still, like, they can't recruit anyone. And the people they do recruit, like these two right here, because you two both joined the Dark Order, right? You went to the website?
Yes, I did.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. And then what happened?
Nothing yet. But I'm terrible about checking my emails, so
Me too.
0.
I've got about
we won't discuss
6,000
how many
emails.
emails I have.
And that's another
Only
thing. Like,
6,000.
the Dark Order
Rough
wants you.
guesstimate.
The Dark Order wants you to join up and sign up at their webpage to do that, and then you do that, and then they fucking ignore you. Doesn't really.
I got a message back in January. Share our inspiring message, and you can download flyers to put up. That's
I'm not
the
laughing.
last email I got. It's like feeling alone, hashtag join Dark Order. Need friends, hashtag join Dark Order. Stop losing and start winning.
Wait a minute. Did the Dark Order steal Jose?
I bet they did.
Those
Holy
gimp
shit.
That
bastards!
makes a lot of sense.
That's it. Where's my razor and my pistol? We're gonna go get his ass.
Jose
The
joined
Tampa's
the
out.
Dark
Let me go get my
Order.
machete.
We gotta go get his ass back. I knew it. I knew.
You sensed something was wrong?
I felt a disturbance in the force. Like somehow I could feel the clown nose, but I couldn't feel him. And they snatched his ass after a show, and the poor
They did.
clown nose fell to the
Yep,
floor
yep.
all dramatically.
Wow.
This is already a more interesting segment than whatever the Dark Order has put out so far.
No way.
Because that, like, oh, here, print up our flyers. What are they, an indie rock band? Come on now.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody a t-shirt. Send somebody a mask. Put put Wendy and Bruce's friggin' faces up on TV on TNT. It's like, thanks for joining the Dark Order. Something.
That would be cool if they sent like a pin.
That would
join
be
the Dark
awesome.
Order. Yeah, I'd wear the shit out of that.
Then you get a mask with the zippers and.
But what if you already
Now
have
you're
one of
going too
those?
far.
Now I'm going too far. Everything up to that point was totally fine. He realized what he just said. Oh, I'm red. Whew.
Well,
Oh,
that
I'm not-
just happened.
Oh God, did I miss doing this? Whew.
Oh my god.
I haven't laughed this much, and I don't know how long.
Yeah.
All right,
On that note, moving on.
maybe let me catch my breath and I'll spin the wheel. unless Bruce has another one. He's like, nah, we're good. All right, ready, steady, and go. Ooh, the bro band. The bro ban.
The bro ban. I love the names of stuff that we come up with for
absolutely.
topics. Crisscross applesauce.
That was
The
my favorite of the
bro
night.
ban. Crisscross, right?
Now, we all probably know this, but you know, the wonderful semi-douchey stoner Matt Riddle, he tends to fire off a tweet here and there at people like Brock Lesnar or Bill Goldberg or anybody he damn well pleases and calls them out on Twitter. Probably because he's too stoned to feel anything they're gonna do to him anyway. So. But apparently, Vince McMahon didn't take too kindly to all that, especially after the altercation at the Rumble and him apparently being pushed past Brock's part and eliminated pretty quickly. And so now they have put a ban across NXT in general, saying that no NXT superstar can call out a main roster superstar on social media.
Yep. Without approval.
Without approval. And I think I think I can reenact the reaction of whatever NXT superstar when they saw this ban. They probably just went, oh!
Pretty much.
I read that they had like a whole ass seminar about it.
Yes.
Going over policy and protocol and proper etiquette. And
I'm almost willing to bet good money that seminar went like a angsty teen talking to their stepdad, where the stepdad's like, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you need to straighten up, and they're just like, you're not my dad. Like Vince
not my mother, Todd.
And tweet this, and then NXT superstars are standing up left and right and going, "You're not Triple H, man."
Like my thing. My thing is like they're in a sense starting to control more and more of their superstars. Like before we know it, like we're gonna think we're tweeting Matt Riddle when in sense we're tweeting George sitting in an office in Stanford.
Right.
He's at a standing desk.
And he's at a standing desk and he answers, bro.
He just puts
up and
finger on the O.
Yeah, and I mean in a sense that's where we're headed. We're like it's
have like interns for all the talent that just fire off tweets here and there.
Yeah, it's honestly I find it stupid, but
and so did the NXT talent.
Yes, and it's WWE. So, Daddy, can I have permission to tweet at Brock Lesnar, please?
Right. Vanny, I want to tweet Goldberg about a match in Saudi Arabia. Is it okay?
Triple H. Daddy, may I? Daddy, may I tweet, please, Daddy?
Can I have my Twitter password, please?
Daddy,
why'd you change my password?
Daddy, tell my intern that I want to say, fuck you, Goldberg. Please, Daddy? Can my intern type that out, please?
Daddy, can Shotzi Blackheart say that she stole Sammy Guevara's tank?
Oh, you missed that conversation last week.
She came out with it before.
No.
In the Indies, she would come out in it, man.
She did. So Sammy kind of...
It's not the Indies, though.
Yeah, we're in the pro game now.
Yeah.
Shotzi still did it better.
This isn't wrestling anymore. It's sports entertainment.
How did Sammy not do it better? He took over the Royal Rumble doing Scott Steiner promos.
He really did. It was crazy.
Math.
Steiner. He did. He fucking did.
One
of the best promos ever, though. Steiner math. God bless it.
Damn it! I forgot my cue card. Sorry, Sammy. I like you now. Please don't hate me. Come do an interview. Call us Rope WT. Come invite yourself to Top Rope Wrestling on Facebook. Giggity giggity. I don't know why.
Giggity.
Just because you can. Oh God. Sorry, I have SmackDown on and Corbin's like going up some stairs and the cameraman's like in Corbin's butthole. I'm like, ow.
Live colonoscopy. WWE really is getting edgy.
It really is. Like, why couldn't that be Alexa Bliss?
Right?
Oh.
Right?
Corbin's
Mandy.
getting hostile with the poor guys in the trailer.
Or Mandy. I'd be happy with that too.
Shaking up the little dudes. Damn, yo.
Oh,
Don't give Corbin his baba.
it's a shame. I mean, if Matt Riddle wants to tweet at somebody, what's the big goddamn deal?
Just let him.
Like, fans love it. We talk about it. It's interesting.
Right now.
Like, hey, you can't talk about stuff like this with WWE because it's too interesting. What are you trying to tell us?
Pretty much.
Oh, it's what people want to see, so we're going to stop it.
Remember, like, a year and some
And
change ago,
was it?
the McMahons were in the ring saying, we're going to give you what you want. Well, you know what I want? I want Matt Riddle tweeting at these old superstars. Just, come on.
Yup.
I want some. Give me some. I'll take some. And while I'm at it, I'm high. But fuck you.
Like, I had read that Lesnar brought it up to Vince and was basically like, I don't appreciate this punk ass tweeting at me. Tell him to fuck himself. Daddy, can you tell Riddle to go fuck himself, please? Thanks, Daddy. And because it's Lesnar, Daddy Vince was like, you got it, boy.
Oh, no
And
problem.
he went over there and was like,
you're
Triple
an
H.
attraction.
Triple H, tell the kindergartners to quit fucking around.
Damn it, Paul.
That's essentially how it went.
You know he's mad when he calls the game by his government. That's how you.
Oh, yeah. I didn't let you take my daughter through that drive-through marriage for nothing.
This wasn't part of the damn law.
Oh my dear God.
Oh.
This was an amazing show.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking wonderful.
It was
right,
pretty good. Look, we had 3 out of the 4 horsemen here, you know. We will eventually have the 4 horsemen riding again, I promise.
We could have took the 6-man titles tonight. That's all.
Yes.
I need more gold for my shoulders.
Bruce, Dom, and Wendy go after the trios titles in the Lucha Temple.
Yup.
Oh. And you know what? The trios champs are all on different shows now, so we win by default. Yay! New champs.
Oh, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you can come find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. We are a publicly shared group, not like WWE because we're not worth billions, but we are publicly shared. And you can come on, talk anything you want about wrestling and post anything you want about wrestling.
Even a few things that aren't, to be honest.
Yeah, we did do a Super Bowl thread just because.
Which is cool, you guys. It was cool.
Yeah,
because we can. Also, come follow us on Twitter. Please follow us on Twitter. We have our edgier stuff, I guess, on Twitter, and I mean, it's not even really that edgy yet, but we're working our way. We're like WWE. We're inching our way back towards edgy, step by step.
We're on our way to greatness.
Little.
We are. We're on our way to greatness. Come find us on Twitter at Top Rope WT. Follow us, like, retweet, comment, whatever you like. Hit us up. At us.
Yeah,
look,
it got into this show, didn't it?
and here on the YouTube channel.
Right.
Like, subscribe, and comment down below. Where's my camera? There it is, down below. Comment down below.
Down there.
And the jack of all trades, master of none, Dom, will tell you where to find us on the podcast universe.
Ah, yes. But before I do that, I'm also going to say, if you're watching this on YouTube, share this. Share it on your own social medias, your Twitters, your Facebooks, your Instas, your whatever the fucks. I don't care. Just help us grow this bitch. And if you do feel like taking us, if you do feel like taking us on the go, if you like listening to things instead of watching our beautiful faces, then just go to anchor.fm/TRWT. Our website's going to pop up. You're going to see all our episodes there. But if you're like, oh, well, you know, I usually listen to my podcast here or there or anywhere, that's fine. If you're on your computer, you're going to see a big bar. If you're on your phone, you're going to get an option. You're going to see options. Hit that, and you will see everywhere we are, which is pretty much everywhere podcasts are enjoyed. Everywhere. And if you don't see yours, come tell us. I'll get us on there too.
Yeah. We're on pretty much everywhere.
We are pretty much everywhere podcasts are enjoyed that I could think of, that anyone could think of. If you've got another one, please tell us. We'll get our stuff set up on there for you too.
Yes.
We just want you to enjoy this show and enjoy wrestling in general. That's it.
And listen, for our NWA fans, I promise you, our next episode, we will start getting back into some NWA because we've kind of steered away from such a great product. So,
yeah. I'm amazed we didn't talk about it this week. That has to be like the lone week. See, unlucky
I actually
number.
watched it too.
Unlucky number 13.
God damn it, 13.
All right, fuck it. Matt Cross was on NWA and he rocked.
Yes, he did.
There we go. We got it
in
right on the wire.
Oh.
Thank everybody. Thank you guys for watching, listening, enjoying.
Deuces.
We will catch you. Peace.
We love you all.